Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, and we're doing a best of one Duskmourn draft. We've got Tyvar the Pummeler, 3 mana, 3/3, tap another untap creature you control, gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it. And then 3 and 2 green, creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn. X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Wow, haven't seen this one before, but obvious survival synergy card. So I feel real good about taking that one, and ideally pursuing a green-white deck to take full advantage of survival, but great pickup nonetheless. Other picks in here, Horde Caller at uncommon. I like this card a lot. Good beater. Fear of Exposure seems very good. Good cost for a good efficient creature. Nuisance is great for the Eerie deck. Keys of the House I'm not really blown away by, but Living Phone is of course good. Scorching Dragonfire, good. I like this Glimmer Light, but I haven't played with it yet. Flash Borer seems good. I haven't played with it. Okay. So this gives Hexproof for 1 mana, and it's an enchantment card. And it buffs. So it's a combat trick that protects from removal and buffs. I like that. But in green, otherwise we have Fear of Exposure, which is an uncommon. We could try it out. I do think it's good. And then that way we don't necessarily have to take a second color yet, even though we kind of want to be in white. Otherwise, there's a second big Scorching Dragonfire, and then we could pursue green, red, Delirium. And just, this effect is still very good. You just, we're going to be kind of pressuring yourself into an archetype. I guess you'd probably take Bargain over Dragonfire, probably. But I'll take the Fear of Exposure. I'm going to give this card a try, see what I think. I think it's pretty good. I think you end up getting an efficient 5/4 creature a lot of the time. Oh, geez. Well, still seeing some really good red stuff, but there is Savior of the Small, which is probably the pick for us. Let me see what this does first. Okay, helps mill and turn on Delirium, so that's for the green. Red, there's Murder in here, there's Glassworks, there's Fear of Burning Alive. These are all great cards. Monstrous Emergence, some removal. But I'm pretty tempted to take Savior the Small because this can get back Tyvar, although if you're kind of using Tyvar, I mean, this is where this card is going to be at its best. It's true. Especially 3, 4, yeah. Maybe we'll give it a try. I mean, we have such a good enabler for survival right now that I kind of want to do it, but we are passing a removal card for that. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, so Bashful Beastie, playable. Under the Skin. This is just a great card in general. Manifest Dread and then getting a permanent card back is just very good. Jump Scare is a combat trick. Demonic Council, I don't think we're going to take that. Bashful Beastie in green, certainly playable, but I think I'd rather have Under the Skin. This effect is pretty sweet. Especially since Manifest Dread, you know, can put a permanent card into your graveyard. I think it works like that. You get to do the Manifest Dread and then choose. We'll see. We're going to find out. Okay, so there's Grasping Longneck, which is totally playable. Living Phone, which is quite good. Can't get Tyvar. Can't get Savior, unfortunately, but it's still a good card. There's Verge, Fixing, Cathartic Parting. This is pretty good. Some removal, because there's a lot of enchantments at the very least. Otherwise, we could take pretty solid 2-drop in Watchdog. It kind of feeds Savior the Small too, and Under the Skin. And it's a 2-drop. You know what? I might just take the Watchdog here. I feel kind of good about that. It's a good beater too. Okay. So Cheerleader, it does have survival. I'm just kind of not blown away by it. Maybe I'd rather have the Cautious Survivor, although, yeah, it probably makes more sense. Good beater that gains life. There's also Branch Snapper. I mean, this gets flying. That is cool. It's cheaper. Yeah, maybe it's better because it's cheaper. Maybe we just go for the cheaper card. All right, and you can get it back with Savior. All right. This can give indestructible. So this is actually really good for survival too, because you can just buff up your survival card. But I really actually like this Lionheart Glimmer. This card is good. Buff your team, and it's whenever you attack. You don't even have to attack with the Glimmer. It's so you play it and then you just attack with something. Your team gets buffed. I mean, that is so good. It's got Ward on top of it. Just a great card. Okay, Eerie. We do have a couple enchantments already, don't we? This is an enchantment. And the Fear of Exposure. All right. So, just gets lifelink. Could take the Glimmer Light. It gives us an enchantment creature, or we could take Anthropede, which I guess can blow up a room. Not bad. I'm going to go with the Glimmer Light because you get an enchantment creature out of it. And it's a pretty cheap equip cost. And it's an easy creature that you can tap to give Tyvar indestructible. Also gets buffed off Tyvar's ability, so kind of like that. Could take Living Phone here. We have decent stuff at this point we can find. Or we take Grasping Longneck, but I like the extra value of Living Phone. Although this is maybe more, well, I was going to say more for a sack deck, but that's not necessarily true. Could take multiple Glimmer Lights. I think the upside of Living Phone is pretty significant. So Fear of Immobility. Yeah, I mean, this also makes sense for the archetype because you can tap your own dude. But tapping your opponent's dude, this gives you Manifest Dread, which is good with Tyvar too. Buffing multiple things. And I guess you can find Living Phone off of it. That's true. I'm going to do the twins. All right, Jump Scare, Combat Trick, but I think we actually take Flesh Burrower here. This just makes more sense with survival stuff we want to attack with. All right, another Jump Scare. I guess it's our first one. We can try it. Get another Living Phone. All right, well, I feel like we fought our way into these colors. All right, 4 mana, 5/5. Whenever it attacks, you may mill 2. Whenever one or more land cards are put in your graveyard from your battlefield, put them on the battlefield tapped. All right, well, that's pretty sweet. It's better for Delirium, but still good. This has Survival. Draw a card if you control a Glimmer creature. If you don't control a Glimmer creature, create a 1/1 Glimmer creature. Okay, that's pretty sweet, actually. Pretty strong card. Could see taking this over the Head Shredder. Just to get some more survival gas going. Yeah, I like it quite a bit, actually. It's 3 mana, 3/3/2. Yeah, I'm going to take it over Shredder. Get the survival going. Draw some cards. So Fear of Surveillance. Gets you some Surveil. Patchwork Beastie. Manifest Dread. Could see just taking the Fear of Surveillance. What's nice about this is you can attack alongside Tyvar and then tap it and still make this indestructible. It's pretty cool. And I mean, the ability is pretty good, and it's an enchantment. Running into the issue now where we don't have removal, but it's an okay problem to have. We'll get there. So could take Seize from Slumber. It's some removal. Say its name. I feel like it's more for Delirium. Could take Shard Mage's Rescue. Feels like a pretty strong card. This buffs 1 time. Let's go with the Rescue. I think 1 mana Hexproof is pretty slick. Another living phone. We can. It's certainly fine. You can find other living phones off of it, so it's some card advantage. We have enough cheap things. It's probably just fine. All right, Saw. This is more for red black sack. Cocoon. We don't really have like amazing things to res here. We have enough enchantments to maybe do Cult Leader, Healer rather, but I don't love it. Do I need a Beastie though? Probably not. Guess we could take the Healer. I feel like we probably want to be more beatdown. Definitely getting cut on green this way. Some blues wheeling. We could take the spirits or another jump scare. If we want to be beat down, maybe we just should be taking jump scares to get some extra damage in. Just in case. I mean, if we don't have removal, you're going to need some combat tricks. Could take the Beastie. I mean, we have enchantment, creature, instant sorcery, artifact, so in Manifest Dread, we could just take it. I mean, this card is, it's okay. I'm just going to try this out instead. See if we can get it going. All right, maybe take a Friendly Ghost now. Take the Branch Snapper, another Cult Healer. Bird Spinner's pretty sweet. Could take another Cult Healer. Maybe we'll just take the Snapper. I don't even want to necessarily play the first Cult Healer. Found Footage. Maybe we'll take it. I don't really need it. Take another Friendly Ghost. So this pack, not as good as pack 1 for us. We need some help here in pack 3 to really bring this whole thing together. I actually really like Fear of Exposure in here because I feel like we have a lot of cheap creatures. Power this out on turn 3, which is very strong. Gonna need more than just one Beastie in order to do that, but let's see if we can figure that out. So we already have a deck, but I'm sure there's plenty of things we could cut. Like Cult Healer or whatever. I don't think we need the Spirit or the Branch Snapper, to be honest, but we'll see. All right, another Glimmer I'm kind of fine with. Thresher, I mean, we can get Delirium online. This is cool too. It's a good beatdown card. But I think I'm going to go with the Glimmer. This is just very good, especially if we end up with a lot of cheap creatures. It's a very efficient card. For 5 mana, you get a lot of value out of that. Let's take another Shark Mage's Rescue, but yeah, we have 17 creatures, but no one will expect the second one. We could possibly wield a Cheerleader too, but you get an evasive creature out of it. It's nice. Maybe this card's better than I'm giving it credit for. If you play it on turn 2 and you're able to attack with it, giving it flying is nice. Getting some evasion. We'll give it a try. I don't know if we'll get the rescue back, but... So Exercise is fine, not amazing. Horrid Vigor, probably a decent combat trick. Could take the Possessed Goat. It's another cheap creature to power out Fear of Exposure. You have to discard a card, though, to make it a 4/4. But we could try it. Another goat. Anthropede. I mean, getting all these cheap things are good for Tyvar and Glimmer. So maybe we go for that plan. So Verge for fixing. Another Fear of Surveillance or Fear of Immobility. I suppose we already kind of have a deck, so maybe we'll just take the Verge. Take the Escort. I don't think we're going to play it, though. Cornfield versus Expanse. We're not splashing, so Cornfield at least has a chance of coming in untapped. It's true. Makes our mana better. All right, Trapping the Screen is at least very strong removal. Could do that. So we can take Fear of Surveillance now, get another 2-drop. I think I like that. All right, we can take a 1 off, Seize the Slumber. And we got the rescue back, so all right, that worked out. I'm trying to think how realistically we're going to be able to get away with 17 lands here. It's probably going to be a little bit trickier. I mean, we have some mana sinks, Tyvar. We have some discard outlets if these goats turn out to be making the deck. We'll see if they do. We might just have better options, although Friendly Ghost isn't that great. I guess it lets you tack in. And it's a flyer. I don't love this deck. It didn't quite come together as nicely as I would have liked. Try out Bear Trap. I don't think it's gonna make the deck, but all right, both of these. I think we can take more cheap stuff. Well, maybe we'll try another one of these. We probably have enough. And Fear of Surveillance, actually, that's true. We can probably play 17 lands. I think we're okay. So 8 cuts, and could be a boatload of creatures if we want. Could probably cut the trap. Maybe we can cut the goats. They're kind of whatever. Or do I like the goat more than the beastie? I don't know. This is a creature too. Definitely not cutting that. All right, let's cut the ghosts. Savior the Small is cool. We could keep the goats, but they feel like the weakest creatures. Under the Skin feels pretty good. I mean, we could easily cut 3 creatures and call it a deck. So maybe Unsettling Twins. Or the weak. Maybe Patrick BC. See, BC is basically just in here because it helps me cast Fear Exposure on turn 3. But even if I'm casting it on turn 4, I kind of feel okay with that. Actually, Fear of Surveillance makes the Fear of Exposure much better too. It's true, but that's all right. Let's cut the beastie. And the weakest remaining creatures, probably the twins. And then one more creature. could be one of the phones. It's just I like the card advantage you get out of this. But at this point, it basically can just find Cheerleader, Surveillance, Flesh Borrower, another living phone. Actually, oh, it can find Glimmer. That's pretty strong. It's actually really good. Yeah, that's really good. Could cut, I mean, I don't have to cut a creature. It could cut a non-creature, like a jump scare. Or I could just cut the Seize from Slumber. It's nice to have a couple interactive spells. That's true. So maybe we cut a jump scare. I mean, jump scare seems kind of whatever anyway. Maybe just play it as a one-off. All right. Like I said, I don't love this deck, but this is what I have put together. And at least we got some mana fixing because we ended up with, we got cut on green hard. I probably could have gotten away with blue-white, but I really wanted to play Tyvar because this card seems so strong. It's just, I mean, bar none, the strongest card in our deck. Just buff your whole team. At least +3/+3 at worst. For 5, you can cast it multiple times a turn. Yeah, that's so good. Okay. I guess we're running it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right. We are in game 1. We can keep this. Great hand. We need to go Cheerleader into Tyvar. Actually, we can do Surveillance into Tyvar and still, yeah, that's really good actually. Still attack and make indestructible. I can attack first here. I guess I kind of want to hit a land, so we can dump that. He even has ways to get that back, so that's fine. All right. They want to manifest Dread. I'm fine with that. We want to keep hitting lands to set this Tyvar up for success and make a double play next turn. And get to our Glimmer. I mean, we have a lot of needs for land here. It's an interesting one. So you can cast from a graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn. It's a cool card. All right, land there was huge. So now we can do Cheerleader 1. Attack here. We'll keep the 5th land. We have Tyvar. We have the Glimmer, which next turn is going to be absurdly good. Actually, can I even protect Pummeler here because it's already tapped? I think I can. We'll find out. Let's find out, actually. Oh, so I can. Okay. And then we'll just play another cheerleader. Could actually leave up rescue in case they have some out for Tyvar. But next turn I'm going to be playing the Glimmer, so no, I don't think so. We're definitely going for it here. I mean, actually, do we have like lethal next turn? With just pumping with Tyvar? Getting for 6, 11, 15, 16. I mean, we have lethal here. Oh, yeah. And that's crazy because it's just irrelevant now. Oh, it's only during our second main, but that's okay. Good time to learn the lesson here. All right, now we don't need lands. And they're forced to block here too, which is just insane. So just ridiculous. Now on top of that, my Tyvar can still be indestructible because of the fear of surveillance. All right. Well, Tyvar proving itself. Do we actually want to run the goats? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. We'll keep it how it is. See you for the next one. I think I have to keep this hand just because Tyvar is so good. If we rip a white mana here, of which we have 10 sources, we're just looking so good. Fear of surveillance into Tyvar again. I think any hand that has Tyvar, you really got to question if you can mulligan it. Like even the one-landers, maybe on the draw, you got to really consider. What does a sweet card do? Sacrifice to create a 2/2 green spider with reach for each counter on it. Wow. Yeah, it's a sweet card. Rare and rare. Always nice. Let's see. What does this crazy card do? That's a sweet card. Well, I could do the Glimmer Seeker. Or I can do Under the Skin and maybe get another land. Because that way I could possibly do Tyvar plus leave up Rescue. Let's just do this for now. Any number. Wow. It's pretty sweet. Ooh, land there's actually really nice. That worked out pretty well. Okay. They don't have good attacks here, so I'm fine with that. I hope they get aggressive, because we can really punish that. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. So, can do Under the Skin and maybe get a land here. Kind of feel like we're going to need a land. Let's find out how this card works, too. Oh. I can get the trap in the screen back? Okay. That's amazing, yeah. All right. So I can attack with Glimmer Seeker. How do they block? Oh, Spawn Hunter. That makes sense. We just chill then. Can't really use Tyvar on Glimmer Seeker because then it's tapped. But we're still protected fairly well right now. Okay. They can get some spiders here. 3 to be exact. I probably need to trap that in the screen before they get too big of an army. I was going to say, it's pretty bold. I'm happy to start eating your dudes. Okay. We can handle that. I mean, we got to start playing some creatures here, but... That was kind of an important turn for land, but I think we have to trap in the screen the Twitching Dollar. We're never going to be able to get out of that. And then at least we can kill the Spawn Hunter, a Watchdog, and a Burrower. And we take 9. We're not dead, so I think we got to do it. Otherwise, that card's just going to beat us. All right. It's going to be a tough one. Guess I could have done the cheerleader first. Well, that's all right. The Glimmer going for now. Wonder if I have to attack? Well, I'm not in a great position to attack right now. But surely not going to win this race. All right. All right, at least now I can attack with everything, give +5/+5 to the team, but I'm just not quite there yet. I feel like I need more bodies that I don't have. That's the tough part. I'm at 12, so I'm taking at least 4 in the air. That's 8. Block their 2 biggest guys. It's 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. Sadly, me. Let's say 3 blockers. Biggest. Take 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. That's still lethal. It's basically, yeah, it's a tough one. We'll just get in here. Okay, so we'll get the damage in there. Then we have to follow up with all white cards in hand. God, that's awkward. Four blockers. So I can block here, jump there, block, 2, 4, 8, 10. We wouldn't die unless I did my math wrong, but I mean, I think we just gotta, like, not the best use of mana, but we just gotta get some creatures out there. I wish we could do more. Oh, this could actually work out. Okay, attacking with everything. What are we giving Death Touch to? Okay, face down, got it. So, chump, biggest dude. This box here, this box here. Oh, wait. This box here. We're taking 4, 6, 8, 12, 14. So I have to block 2 more things. So we're down to 12, and then this blocks probably cheerleader, I guess. Well, I think no choice but to attack now, but can't get out of this mess. I mean, previous turn I could have attacked with everything and pumped, but they could have blocked in a way where they didn't die, and I did die. I think this was my best shot, and basically just kind of hoping that hoping I got enough, but not enough. All right, see you for the next one. Okay, we can definitely keep this. We want this surveillance first so we can find a land. The fear of surveillance feeds the savior, so that's kind of cool. Sure. I think I'm okay trading here. Keeping that land. Yeah, it's fine. And then we'll do the Glimmer Seeker. Still attacking, huh? All right. Hopefully they try and play removal on our turn, because then we're just really punishing them. I mean, they got something. They sure do look at it a lot. They shouldn't have waited. Now if we rip a land, this Glimmer just is going to go off. It's a pretty amazingly strong card. Non-avatar creature card or a planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Not even from the cards milled, but just any card from your graveyard. Card is so strong. At least it doesn't have flying. Miasma Demon, huh? And they're a land away from it. All right. I have no idea why they conceded there. It's just ludicrous, but we'll take it and see you for the next one. Okay, got a great keep here. All right, they play a Playmate. We'll offer the trade. And then we'll play a Glimmer Seeker. Nice one. All right, play Living Foam. Well, I guess I could have cheerleader. I don't really want to Seize from Slumber that. All right, Burrower's a good draw. Actually, I'll for the trade here. Because I have removal for the next thing. Sure. Guess we just wait. Oh, don't you hate it when you miss? It's a weird choice to block there. That was a good rip, at least. Oh my gosh. Just the most amazing draw ever. Love it. Still one short. All right. Well, stealing games with top decks here because I think our deck is actually pretty mid outside of Tyvar, but hey, if you get your Tyvar and you can play it, I think you can steal some games. So we'll see you for the next one. That's a keep. I mean, at least we can play Glimmerlight. That's good. Hopefully we can ripple land. Ooh, well, we're not going to rip a land, at least we draw the best card in our deck. Well, land there was kind of important, but that's all right. All right. Well, we can attack into that, so that's fine. I think could do the jump scare. But I think I'm just going to do Glimmer Seeker. This might soak some removal, and that way I can rip a land and play Tyvar and still have Rescue up. And if they don't have removal, I'm happy to have the Glimmer Seeker. If they do have removal, I'd rather them remove the Glimmer Seeker than my Tyvar. All right. Now I'm just confused. Kind of feels like a board wipe, so I'll just do a phone. That way they have a board wipe or whatever. This Shard Mage's Rescue has been absurdly good. Sure. Still 2/4. No abilities, but. Rip a land, we do the Glimmer. We don't rip a land, do Tyvar. Both options seem great to me. Just got the land. Just do the Glimmer here. And they're in pretty big trouble. So, see if they have the board wipe here. Could have been worse. Ah, the miss. I guess we do have 2 other living phones in hand, so miss kind of makes sense. Gonna make a spirit. If that's the best option they got, we're looking pretty good. All right, that's actually really nice. So even if they have board wipe, we make Tyvar indestructible. Potentially get a card off living phone. That's not relevant. All right. See you for the next one. Let's see, we're on the draw. We have, how many green sources do we actually have? We have 9. I think I'm going to risk it on the draw. That was a good draw. That Bookworm is really a phenomenal card. Well, if I rip a land, I can at least seize from Slumber it. No. It's tough. Yeah, we need a land. Yeah, there's no way they... Oh wait, I can do it. All right, that's cool. Guess we do living phone here. I just need to make best use of mana here, I think. Oh, just beaten down, huh? All right. Yeah, I guess it deals with a threat. I'm going to miss my land drop, but at least I can make plays. It's not the worst. Now at least I can do the Flesh Burrower and leave up Rescue. It's not bad. This Rescue has just been so good. I feel like I should have drafted the second one. I think we can trade there, and then probably Living Phone the Thresher. Or Trapping the Screen the Thresher. All right. I don't know if I can afford to just slam 7 there. So I can do Beer Mobility, tap the Beastie at least. So I guess I can do this. Actually, I guess I can do this plus this. All right, see for the next one. Yeah, we can keep this. Actually, this card's, I guess, better than I gave it credit for because it is just 2 if they're tapped. For some reason, I read it wrong and thought it was 3, but 2 is quite a bit better. Two flesh borers. Wow. Oh, dang. Hmm. Well, guess I'll kill that dude. All right, ended up going 4-3. Not too bad for a pretty mediocre deck. Always take mediocre decks that get 4+ wins. That's a big win. That is a big win. Let's do some back one pick ones here. All right. What the? I got a double mythic? Confused. But then again, I never read anything about formats, so I'm sure there's something with that. These are even in these packs? 1 mana, 2 damage to a creature, a planeswalker, or 6 damage if you have delirium. All right, well, that seems pretty insane. I could first pick that. Shock. I guess you can't burn the face with it, but 6 damage instant speed for 1 mana would be pretty slick. I like that. Growing Dread is sweet. Wicker Folk is very good. Beater. And Cease from Slumber better than I gave it credit for, but I'll take the Unholy Heat. We saw the Sprinter. Just got Trample Haste. You can cast from your graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn. Oh, I see. It's for the sack deck. That makes sense. Because you can get it back. It's a good sack outlet itself. I like it. But first picking over Trap in the Screen or Bargain might not be the best idea. But it is a great enabler for that archetype. It doesn't turn itself on, though. That's the problem, because it's a non-zombie creature. I'd probably take something less complicated and color-intensive first pick, just because this card's not like a bomb, I don't think. I mean, it does come back as a 3/3 Trample Haste. That is decent for 2. It's a cool combo-y card. I almost would rather have like Bargain instead. It's in the same deck, but it's also really solid removal that gives you a sack outlet. All right, I think I'd take Bargain over Trap in the Screen and Sprinter. I did enjoy the sack deck quite a bit. All right, well, Mind Skinner is really insanely strong, so I like it. I could totally feel, I mean, it's going to put a game away pretty dang quick if you get an attack in with it, and it's only a 3-drop, so it seems worth it to me. I'd take that over Phantom and Most Valuable Slayer and Cease from Slumber. Glimmer Seeker was very good. I liked it. And there's nothing else super close here, so Yep, I feel good about taking Glimmer Seeker there. Definitely not Leyline of Resonance. Just a little too situational for my taste. You need a lot of buff spells to make it go off. Maybe if someone goes off against me with it, I'll give it another view, but as of now, it's just too situational and build around. Skin Ripper's amazing, but it's 2 color. Might still just be worth it. It's such a strong signpost uncommon for that deck. So good. And if you sacrifice 1 or more permanents, not even to it, it just deals damage to any target. It's so good for that deck. Yeah. Take Skin Ripper. All right, Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, this card's sweet. 3 mana, 3/3 haste. Self damage deals that much damage to any other target, which is insane. And if they're dealt if players dealt damage this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. So it's only if they're dealt damage, not by Nemesis as attack, but if it's reflected damage, which is kind of interesting. I liked Fleshbearer too. I was impressed. First time I got to play with it. I like it. It's good. But I'll take the Nemesis. Be happy about that. And last pick. Well, I did like the patch play thing. It's a sweet manifest card. Mirror Room is... Wait. So 3 mana, copy a creature you control, except it's a reflection. If a triggered ability of a permanent, you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. All right, well, it's cool, but... Would I take it? No, probably not over a trap in the screen. It's pretty awesome removal. This is mythic, but 7 mana just works with triggered abilities. I mean, it probably... I see. These are all triggered abilities on the rooms. So it doubles all your rooms. It just seems too cute to be good. I'd probably just take Trap in the Screen. Be happy about it. It's a very good card. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. See you for the next one.